The STEM, or science, math, engineering, and technology fields have always been keys to unlocking the mysteries of the future. Without the boundless research opportunities that come with the fields, and the creation of inventions as a result, the world would be a very different place, one without most of the luxuries we all value. With all of its advantages, however, comes the very real drawback related to STEM, its classification of being somewhat of a boys' club. Even from a young age, girls' interests in STEM are evident. Elementary school-aged girls report having high levels of passion for the sciences. Can you tell me your name again for the camera? What grade are you in?
First grade.
And where do you go to school?
Woodland Elementary School.
My name is Livia. I'm in 4th grade and I go to Pinecrest Elementary School.
Samantha.
And what grade and where are you in and where do you go to school?
I'm in 5th grade and I go to Woodland Elementary.
So what do you want to be when you grow up?
A science teacher.
Why?
Because I like to explore and learn new stuff. My favorite part of doing science is when I invent new stuff.
What's your favorite thing about math?
That there's only one right answer.
I just like how everything has a rule that needs to be followed and it can't really be changed.
What else do you like about science besides inventing stuff?
Discovering new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you have colored lights and you mix a blue and a red together, it makes a purple light in the air.
What's been your best experience in science class?
Well, right now we're doing this thing called an MED challenge, and it's kind of where we get to design our own solution to a problem, and then we present it to a dolphin tank, like Shark Tank, but the idea is that dolphins are nicer than sharks.
Do you have a science aspect of the day at all, or?
Yeah, except it's not really about science.
What's it about then?
It's just I don't know. We don't have science.
You don't? Okay. Wait, even in 5th grade or
Yeah.
4th grade?
I'm in 5th, but we are in social studies.
Unfortunately, as time goes on, many girls start to lose their interest in STEM. At around age 15, girls start to drop out of higher level math and science classes at alarming rates. This is primarily due to a trend called social belongingness, where teens who are already in the emotional age of adolescence feel better in subjects that correlate to societal labels. By high school and college, only around 35% of students studying a subject in the STEM fields are female.
My name is Luna Warren. I'm a junior at Montgomery Blair High School.
I'm Chloe Rutledge. I'm in 8th grade and I go to Sligo Middle School. I like math because 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2, and I like the idea of a constant that English does not have.
So I think I first became really interested in science around 6th grade because that's when I figured out there was actual careers. Obviously for the first time, instead of things I like to do, I was also hey, you can get a job.
I always liked the idea of a constant in math class, and that was from a very young age. As early as kindergarten, I always favored math class than any other one, and I think that just grew to me liking science too, but it's always been there.
This year was the first year I began to dislike science and my class. Last year in honors chem, I had a great time. It was really great. It was what I was looking for. And then over with my internship, and now this class that I'm in for AP chemistry is really it's really lessened my liking for science, for the people in it. I feel like I've faced direct consequences because of the fact that I'm a woman. I know there are certain guys in my class who don't think I'm at the same level mentally as them.
It's just weird knowing you're the only, some days you're the only girl in a class because you feel like you can't do what they can do.
I really wish that this class that I'm in hadn't like stifled my love for science, and it's really made me like reconsider if it's something I want to do. But I just wish that this experience through my junior year of AP Chem wasn't the way it was. Like if it were anything like last year's chemistry class, I'm pretty sure I definitely would be considering chemistry as a major or something. But now it's like, it's kind of gone.
Girls, starting from a very young age, have passions for the sciences and other STEM careers that need to be nurtured and developed. Over time, they begin to feel pressured to abandon their interests because they don't feel accepted in the scientific community. This sexism is what eventually leads to the gender gap in the workforce. It is evident that the STEM fields need a change. Something needs to happen to close this gap and promote acceptance for girls in the world of sciences.
There are so many super smart girls and super smart black kids who haven't gotten the opportunity to work in a STEM field, and if we extend that hand, you know, especially at young ages, I think it's really important that it will like continue that diversification.
I think that there needs to be more opportunities for girls since there's only 5 of us in a class. It's a different experience not having anyone that is like you in one class when you're surrounded by a bunch of guys. I think there needs to be more opportunities for girls that can do the higher level math classes like me. And I think there just has to be more acceptance in the whole field.
And I really think that making STEM more accessible to women and minorities of gender or race or class is very important, and I definitely think that should be continued.
One solution could be the continuation and creation of science programs targeted directly at girls, especially those in elementary and middle school. By creating a solid foundation of scientific passions, girls will be more hesitant to abandon their interests. As well, organizations devoted to girls in STEM provide girls with a place to feel accepted, not judged for their interests. A safe and open community of fellow female scientists, mathematicians, and engineers needs to be created to plant seeds of hope in the minds of young girls that they too have the opportunity to follow their dreams.